So you've created a website, right? You got everything up online and you've got a site that people can get to by typing in a domain and, hitting enter, and it'll show up on the internet. But the big question is, what's next? It seems so overwhelming that it feels like, where do I even go? I've got this thing, but what do I do with it next? Now, of course, you're an entrepreneur likely, and so that means you probably are going to need some basic pages: home, about, contact. You're going to want probably a blog. Maybe you'll want e-commerce. You're going to want things to look nice, right? There's all these things. That's true. But before you even get to that step, you've got to make some settings tweaks, right? You need to figure out where to put your logo, where to put your fonts, your colors, all those things need to go on your site somewhere. And for someone who's new to WordPress, that's can actually be kind of daunting, right? The next step is to get those things up, but figuring out where everything is and all the settings that you really need to tweak can be overwhelming. So it actually doesn't have to be if you've got someone kind of holding you by the hand and showing you, do this thing in this place. So really quickly, I just want to tell you kind of where this started for me. I was on an office. I can speak. I know words. I was in an office on campus when I was in college. It was the student government office, and I was like beating my fists against the desk because I had just inherited the student government website, and it was the first time that I'd ever really worked with WordPress before. I had done web design stuff, but I'd never worked with WordPress, and I was so frustrated because I couldn't figure out what this portfolio thing was. There was a portfolio option in the menu, and I just couldn't figure out what in the four-letter word it was. And I just spent so much time. I wasted so much time. I mean, it wasn't wasted ultimately, but in that moment, it felt like wasted time scouring Google and scouring YouTube trying to figure out what it was. And I was confused, I was frustrated, and I just didn't understand. And the problem wasn't that WordPress itself was complicated. It's just that I lacked a fundamental understanding of how WordPress was built and where things were. I was brand new, right? And I actually spent years figuring things out. I've spent 10 years combing through resources, putting websites together, figuring all this stuff out, and ultimately being able to set a site up isn't because I can do it quickly now, right? And I actually built all these resources for it. It's not because I'm super good at WordPress or super good at tech, but it's because I spent so much time. I've clawed and struggled and fought with WordPress. And I'm making it sound like WordPress is hard, but it's not. I've come to a point where I accept that it's not and can show you that it's not. And for adventurers like me, that was kind of a process. And the 10 years of time spent figuring things out was definitely worth it because I've been able to put all of these ideas together in a single coherent space. And honestly, for busy entrepreneurs like you, or if I was in an entrepreneur space back when I started, it would have been really, really frustrating. And I understand why platforms like Wix and Squarespace and things are so popular because they offer that level of quote unquote simplicity, but there are lots of problems with those platforms. So if you've gone through Website in 60, you'll have heard me rail against them a little bit. So the problem really is not WordPress, but it's just the vast amount of information and the fact that it's all scattered and there's not a single place that you can go A, B, C, D, E. Okay, that's done. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I've put all this work in over 10 years. I've set up a number of websites. I mean, dozens, if not hundreds of websites at this point. One of my sites recently won an award. It was a houseplant site, and it won a couple of awards, actually. So this is something I've been doing for a long time, and that's why I created this guided site setup mini course. And yes, it's another mini course. The reason it's a mini course is because I thought, I'm really going for efficiency here, right? For folks who are interested in putting a business together, having a giant course with hours and hours of content that costs thousands of dollars just didn't seem reasonable. To me, it wouldn't be reasonable as someone, when I was first starting, trying to get me to pay thousands of dollars for a giant mega course didn't make sense. So I decided that I'm going to create a number of courses, including guided site setup, the one that we're talking about right now, that are shorter, that are much more directed, and are much less expensive. So The course itself, this course, really only took a few days to create, to put together all the resources, but to gather all of that information that I've had to understand and synthesize and simplify and put into this course, it's literally taken me 10 years of WordPress work and hundreds of hours. And like I said, I spent lots of that like beating my fists on a desk and cursing loudly in public when I probably should have kept that under control. But because I put all this information together for you, you don't have to be bothered with all that garbage, YouTube, Google searching, spending hours trying to find the right keywords, trying to find the right answers, it's not fun. So I promised that in Website in 60, if you took that course, that you'd have a site up in 60 minutes or less. And I definitely delivered on that promise. And now it's time to take the next step. It's time to build on it. And there are quite a few of those settings. There are a lot. I have, we'll talk about it in a second, but one of the resources with this is a guided site setup checklist. And it's got every single thing that you should tweak to foundationally set your site up right. Like to build your site, to build all your business stuff on top of it, you want to have it set right for the future. So it's not going to actually take you that much time. We're going to fly through that setup. It's going to be way faster than if you try to figure it out on your own, but you're going to be guided step by step. So this mini course is going to show you every feature, every setting, every tweak that you should make so you can lay that perfect foundation for your business. And I'm going to guide you through this stuff step by step. Everything will be video, everything will be laid out, everything will be explained so that you can finally step forward and take and finally start building your business stuff. And as I mentioned, I've built dozens, if not hundreds of sites. I've won awards. And this is the step-by-step framework that I follow. I finally just wrote it down, right? I finally put it in one place and explained it to someone else. This is the framework I follow. So I'm going to, if it's okay with you, I'm going to spend the next couple minutes actually going over the offer that I created for you. And it's just for folks at this moment who have gone through WordPress or Website in 60. And so I'm going to flip into, I'm really actually not a fan of PowerPoint slides with text. Whenever I do presentations, I just put images up and just talk. But I wanted to show you all the stuff that comes with this course. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to be right back. And I'm going to look like the genie from Aladdin because I'm going to be bright blue. So hold on a second. Okay, I think I've got stuff. Let's see how this goes. Flip me on out of the way. And you're seeing the back end, so let's just change this around. See, this is a real thing. Like I'm a real person, and I do real stuff. So here's the we're gonna have a little conversation about this this offer. So the first thing that I wanted to introduce you to is the mini course, and it could be worth $147. I really could sell it for that price at lifetime access. Everything is going software as a service or whatever as a service. I really could sell this thing for $147, but I'm not about to do that. So let me show you the other stuff that's coming with it though. Let's click back in here. Okay, that guided site setup checklist, I could sell that independently of this course for $47, and I could, it would be incredibly useful on its own as its own resource. Then I spent the time to timestamp all of the resources there so you're able to go through the checklist. You can watch all the videos. You have to take no notes, right? No notes whatsoever. You can then pull up the checklist that you can download, and it's all timestamped. So if you don't remember where a setting was, it's all laid out pretty good. But if you can't remember where things were or how to do it, it's all timestamped. So you just like in Website in 60, you can just go to that spot in the right video, and it will show you exactly what it was. And the way I came up with that value is if I were paying someone $15 an hour to do that work for me, it would take a couple hours. So I valued it at $30. That's how I came up with that number. Then I've got a couple of bonus videos that I'm including within the mini course. So the mini course itself is going to take you through all those setup things, right? Getting your site set up from your host to WordPress to your theme to all that stuff. Those videos are all included. But I also am including this bonus video, plugins to install, that will help, again, really emphasize that foundation to make sure that you are I've got the right stuff going up front. They're not specifically related to setting your site up, but I decided to include that video as well. And it would have been, same amount of time to actually spend the time putting that video together. I valued it at $30. Same thing with the regular site maintenance video. I also included this as a resource because it's good to have that idea in your mind, what you should do day to day, but really week to week to keep your site in tip-top shape. So I've got that video in this mini course as well. Those are bonus. You don't have to watch them, certainly if you wanted to get started, but they're very good to kind of have as a resource that you can refer back to. And remember, this is a lifetime access thing. So you'll have access to this course. Even if I add or change things, you'll always have access that you don't have to pay for again. Another thing that I'm adding that is really, I think, unusual is email support, that if you get stuck with some of the contents of this course, you can shoot me an email and I will do my best to help you. This is actually my full-time job. I help people with tech stuff. I also have a side hustle where I go to people's homes and I do tech repair. I've been doing that since 2008, so 12 years at this point. So I decided let's include some support here. And I valued that at about $100, so $99. And then another thing that I decided to offer, the last thing, which I think I'm kind of excited about, is I want to, if you want it, I want to get to know folks and to be able to offer some more advanced support. And so I'm offering a 30-minute priority support call. So once you're done with the course, if you need additional help, this is something we can actually schedule a call. We can do a screen share if you want. It's COVID time, so everyone knows how to use Zoom now. And I can get on and I can spend 30 minutes helping you with whatever you need from this course that you're stuck on. So that is everything that you're going to get with this course. And so that total value, I could charge you $482 for it. And I think that, even if I only charged you $147 just for the mini course, the course itself is incredibly informative. It's got all of the videos step by step. Everything is broken down. You went through Website in 60, so you know how this is going to be laid out. It's very simple. It's very easy to follow, and it's designed for anyone of any tech skill. So I'm not going to charge you $482. I think that $147 itself would be a fair value, but the retail price for this course is actually $47, and that's what it's going to ultimately work up toward. That's what I'm planning to sell my mini courses for, is $47. That's the retail value. However, as someone who went through Website in 60, I'm actually offering a discounted price from even that. So down from, what did I say it was? Let's go back, 482. Yeah. So down from 482, we've got 47, but I'm offering a discount even from there. And for Website in 60 students, I'm offering this mini course for $27. So that is a significant savings for all of what you're getting. I mean, I charge per hour lots of money to go to people's homes. I charge them for travel. I charge them for hourly service to do that type of work. And you get a 30-minute call included for $27, I think is pretty great. But I've actually got a little special something. So Guided Site Setup is still currently in development. As of the recording of this video, I plan to release it in a week or two. So today is October 1st as I'm recording this. I'm hoping to have this released by mid-October 2020. So as you're watching this, the course is not yet ready for you to actually log in and start working on. But it will not take me long because I've got all the foundation stuff. So for a very limited time, for taking a risk on me, like you've gone through Website in 60, you know what the quality is like. So you're going to take a risk on a course that you can't actually put your hands on yet. I'm actually offering a pre-sale price for just $19. That includes everything we talked about, right? Every single thing is included for that price. It's $19 if you sign up and you're in the course before I actually launch it. This price will be available to you. So you're going to actually, to get this offer, you're going to click on the register button on this page. That's going to immediately redirect you to the shopping cart where you can securely check out. It's a really easy form. You fill that out. You can use your current account that you've signed up for Website in 60, and the coupon will already be applied. But keep in mind that if you wait, that coupon will go away. So as soon as the course is live, the price goes right back up. So I highly encourage you, check it out now. You know what all is included. There's a description of the whole course. If you want more information, you can click on the product. I'll include the description on the page so you can see what's included. I mean, I've already gone over it, but let's just recap it. So I'm just going to back up. So again, you've got the full course, lifetime access, the downloadable checklist that's usable both in Word and in Google Drive in case you don't have Word. That whole thing is video timestamped. You're going to get bonus videos for plugins and for regular site maintenance. You'll get email support access, and you're going to get one priority support call for 30 minutes with me for signing up for this course, again, for that price of $19. So if you liked what I covered with you in Website in 60, I think you're really going to love this course. I love teaching. I love going through this information, and it's taken me quite a long time to compile it all. So I hope that you are excited. I'm so excited, and I'm looking forward to working with you. So again, all you have to do to get started is click that big button to the side of this video, and we will be partners for hopefully for quite a long time. And I look forward to working with you. Thanks so much.